What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Thursday, January 24th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's see who we have at the point guard position. I like Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the New Orleans Pelicans, who are the 6th worst defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Dennis Schroeder has scored 20, 28, and 30 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 27.9 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 29 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. Dennis Schroeder is $4,800 DraftKings salary. He's $900 more on FanDuel, projected at 31.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 6.5 times value. There's an implied total of 237.5 points in this game. It's a home game, a fast-paced game. I love Dennis Schroeder here versus the Pelicans. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like Brandon Ingram from the LA Lakers playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Brandon Ingram has scored 27, 31, and 31 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 28.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 33 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Brandon Ingram is $6,200 DraftKings salary. He's $400 more on FanDuel, projected at 32.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. Another fast-paced game for Brandon Ingram. There's an implied total of 228 points in this game, so I like Brandon Ingram here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like Kelly Oubre from the Phoenix Suns playing the Portland Trailblazers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Kelly Oubre has scored 24, 33, and 36 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 23.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 26 minutes per game with a 22% usage rate. Kelly Oubre Jr. is $5,700 DraftKings salary. He's $300 more on FanDuel, projected at 23.9 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 30 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. That's something he's done in 4 of the last 5 games. And he's done that in 4 of the last 5 games versus Portland. He scored 37, 35, 30, and 27 in his last 4 games versus the Portland Trailblazers. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, so I like Kelly Oubre Jr. here versus the Portland Trailblazers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Josh Jackson from the Phoenix Suns playing the Portland Trailblazers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Josh Jackson has scored 52, 25, and 13 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 20.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 23 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. Josh Jackson is $5,300 DraftKings salary. He's the same price on FanDuel. Projected at 23.6 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 28 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. There's an implied total of 218.5 points in this game. This is a risky pick. It's a boom or bust pick. Definitely a tournament play only. But I like Josh Jackson here versus the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Julius Randle from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing centers. Julius Randle has scored 36, 45, and 41 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 38.2 fantasy points per game on the season, in an average of 30 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. Julius Randle is $7,800 DraftKings salary. He's $1,100 more on FanDuel, projected at 43.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.56 times value. There's an implied total of 237.5 points in this game. Huge total, tons of points to go around. No Anthony Davis. I love Julius Randle here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.